But you keep talking about information that they're going to get eventually. That gets us to kind of the go-to-market strategy. So let me turn to our colleagues over here who really are experts at this, Rolanda and Joseph. When somebody wants to know, okay, how are you going to market my business in a confidential manner? What are you going to prepare, and what are you going to do with it? How would you respond to that?
Well, I would start off by saying it depends on the company. Each individual company that we represent has a strategy that's tailored to them. And Jamar talked a little bit about confidentiality. It's also going to be tailored to how confidential that particular business needs to be. He indicated, like, we will market a blind profile and the location. So sometimes the location is going to be Midwest, sometimes it's going to be Indiana. Sometimes it can't even be that specific because it's a niche business. So we're very careful about that. But throughout the 40 years of our existence, and me personally about 20 years of marketing businesses, we've learned down through the years exactly what the best avenues of marketing are, where the best places to expose the business confidentially are. So if we have a manufacturing company, we're going to hit that with multiple tiers of marketing. So, a lot of brokerage firms, they'll put it on 1 or 2 listing sites. We actually research, and depending on the business and the size of the business, there can be anywhere from 5, 6, 10, 14 different listing sites, but we don't just stop there. We also do some good research, and we get the lists of the high value targets for each business. We go out and we do the research on the industry itself and how to get in front of the industry buyers. At the same time, we're researching the sites and the different avenues of marketing we need to get in front of the private investors. So when we put together a go-to-marketing strategy, it's going to have multiple touch points on it. Our goal is to get it out there as quickly as possible, in front of as many buyers as possible, so that we can bring as many offers to the table. Because that's a best case scenario for our clients right there, is to, for lack of a better way to put it, to kind of get to that auction environment where we're looking for multiple offers. We're trying to get the best value for the business while finding the best possible buyer.
And that's one of our biggest differentiators. If someone is using a CPA or an attorney or even trying to sell their business themselves, that works, and plenty of folks end up selling their business that way. I think, Ed, you may have said that 90% of businesses never sell because they didn't have the right team around them. So one of our hallmarks is having so many great confidential marketing sources so that we can bring 2, 3, 4, sometimes 9, in some cases that's a little high, but a few buyers to the table, so that we can have competing offers and find the best buyer that's going to take care of the baby at the best price, at the best terms.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think that we failed to communicate that so many brokerages or so many service providers that are in our industry, it's a matter of, I'm just going to post this and wait for buyers to come. But in our case, it's just the opposite. We know who the buyers are, and our outreach is targeted in such a manner that, like you said, the high value targets, the synergistic type buyers, we're identifying them. We're looking at the high net worth financial buyers. So when we tell our clients that we are maximizing their confidential exposure to the market, we really mean that.
We do.
The other helpful thing that a lot of other brokerages don't have and other professional services folks don't have is the fact that we've got at any given time 10, 12 brokers. How many are we at right now, Ed?
We're at 13.
13 brokers that are cross-selling into each of our listings as well. So, and all those folks have deep business experience. Many of them have had liquidity events of their own, or they're running businesses now in addition to doing brokerage work, and such strong networks that they're able to bring other referrals to the table that would have never seen one of our listings online or through direct mail.
Yeah. At the same time, throughout our existence, we've developed this enormous network of not only referral sources, but buyers. that are in the space and in the industries that we're selling our businesses in. So anytime we list a business as the marketing person, I can tell you, depending on the size of that business, it's immediately going to be exposed because we have a pretty robust email program. So we expose the business confidentially pretty quickly to anywhere from, I think the lowest of the lists is about 8,000 or 9,000, the biggest one's about 15,000, and these are buyers that have been in the marketplace in the last 5 years and have been actively looking and interacting with us and our brokers and our correspondents. So somewhere out there, there's a pretty good chance we're going to find a buyer or two just in that pool. But like Ed alluded to, we don't stop there. We go out and we find all the other sources where those buyers can be, and we bring them in.
And you guys stole my thunder a little bit on this, but I wanted to add to that the fact that that's the benefit of having an in-house team, is that you have both the expertise to know how to market the company itself, with the ability to do it, and then having someone there who can complete it in a timely manner, because a lot of these other firms, they'll outsource that portion of it and not necessarily have the tools for buyer outreach like we do. And I think that's pretty powerful with the fact that if we have all the information, we can get this thing on the market within a month.
Yeah.
Now granted, that takes a lot of cooperation and fact finding up front, but it can be done.
Well, and that's where some of the other players come involved too. We mentioned, the individual's CPA or maybe their attorney. They come into play too, because we kind of orchestrate everything, but we utilize those expertise that people that really know that business too, and it might be a landlord. But we get additional information from all of them because they're part of that team. We just orchestrate it.